Topics and Tea with Candace P in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so on the most recent episode of Red Table Talk, Jada Pinkett Smith, her mother Gammy, her daughter Willow, and author and trauma psychotherapist Kelly McDaniel discussed mother hunger, a complex relationship between a mother and a daughter, and 3 critical needs every daughter requires from their mother. And when Jada Pinkett Smith talked about her relationship with her own mother, she said that she felt a lack of protection, which affected all of her relationships throughout her life. As Jada explained those details, it got a lot of people wondering, perhaps this is some of the information that helps explain why Will Smith might have felt like he needed to protect his wife when he smacked Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars after he made an insensitive joke about Jada Pinkett Smith.
My thing was just not having protection.
Yeah.
That's my biggest wound that comes out in all my relationships.
Yeah.
And I've looked for craziest kinds of protection, and I don't have a really good sense of like what's safe and what's not.
Right.
I'm either extremely protective or extremely defensive.
Right, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
The environment, it was my addiction. Mm-hmm. She found her security through my mother.
Yeah.
Right? And
yes.
But mommy died when Jada was 13. When mommy died, that's when my addiction really took off. Mm-hmm. That's a really important time to feel secure and safe.
Yeah.
And that's when your womanhood starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when she lost her security.
Yeah.
You know, my mother was her backbone.
Yeah. And her house was safe.
Yeah.
Right.
And so once she was gone, there was no safety. So then I went into the world and created my own safety, and that was crazy. So I had to like deal with a lot of stressful adult things at a young age. I didn't have the ability to deal with the emotions that were coming with it. I just had to buck up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so those women that you see and you think are so strong, there's this terrified little girl underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why we do the work.
It's part of the journey.
Yeah.
It is, you know.
Okay, so y'all heard that. I feel like in one way or another, we can all relate to that. Maybe not in that same specific way, but we all have trauma or situations that we dealt with growing up that absolutely affected the way that we act, the things that we say, and the choices that we make in our adulthood. But most times we hide and suppress those feelings, wanting everybody else to see us a certain way that may not necessarily be exactly who we are fully. In one way or another, at some point, we are all putting on a face, a mask of the person we want to be or the person we think we need to be so that people won't know what we're really struggling with. And that's what Jada Pinkett Smith is saying that she did. She wants to feel protected because she didn't get it growing up, but instead she puts on a face that she's so strong and doesn't need to be protected. But in reality, it was the opposite. She needs to feel protected. And I'm sure her husband, Will Smith, knew that. So those parts of Jada Pinkett Smith's trauma may be why Will Smith defended her that way when he slapped Chris Rock. And recently, Will Smith spoke about his own trauma that seems to have contributed to that slap as well. And y'all, Will Smith's trauma mixed with Jada Pinkett Smith's trauma, it all makes so much sense now. I'm gonna let you hear what Will Smith had to say, but first I do have to shout out my sponsor for this video. Check this out, and then I'm coming back with some more. This video is sponsored by the Keto Cycle program, which includes personally tailored meal plans, recipes, workout plans, and grocery lists. Everything that you need in order to follow the Keto Cycle diet properly and lose all the weight that you want to lose. And most importantly, be healthy. Lose weight the healthy way. That's why I personally needed the Keto Cycle diet. The Keto Cycle app is available on iOS and Android. And if you use my code Candace10, you're going to get 10% discount to all of the subscription plans. But in order to get that discount, you do have to click the link down below this video. Keto Cycle is a specialized app for following a ketogenic diet, which means limited in sugar and rich in good fats. I was looking for a specialized method for the keto diet because I'm very picky. I only like certain types of food. And that's what I loved about the Keto Cycle app. It allows you to pick your favorite types of food and they give you recipes based off of what you like. I don't have to worry about anything. All I have to do is follow the menu, which is prepared according to my preferences. The shopping list is done automatically and I just follow the recipes day after day. So here's how it works. So you put in your criteria before you get your customized menu. So you say what your gender is, you say how familiar you are with keto, then you indicate how much time you have to cook, the type of foods that you like to eat, your age, your weight, your height, and so many other questions that help generate a customized menu just for you. Now don't forget to click the link down in the description and download the Keto Cycle app. Use my code Candace10 so that you can get 10% off. Bye. All right. Okay, so we heard about Jada Pinkett Smith's trauma, and now it's time to hear about Will Smith's trauma. In a recent interview on the David Letterman show, Will Smith spoke about growing up feeling like he was a coward because he wasn't able to protect his mother when she was being abused by his father. So he found safety in comedy and helped his mother with laughter.
But what I realized, there's a person that you want to be, and there's a person you want to be viewed as, and then there's who you really are. The first line of the first chapter is, I've always thought of myself as a coward. When I was, 9 years old, I saw my father beat up my mother and I didn't do anything. And that just left a traumatic impression of myself as a coward. And then when I discovered comedy, I realized negativity cannot exist inside of a human body when you're laughing. And I started to cling to a natural ability I had to make people laugh. So it started as a defense mechanism, but ultimately Will Smith became a symbol of joy and fun. And when I showed up, I wanted people to feel good and to be happy, because I found that when my household was that way, I felt safe.
Okay, so you guys heard that. When you listen to Jada Pinkett Smith's trauma and Will Smith's trauma put together, it all makes sense. Jada Pinkett Smith growing up needing to feel protected, and Will Smith growing up feeling like a coward wanting to be a protector. Jada Pinkett wants to be protected and Will Smith wants to be a protector based on their childhood trauma. And as a married couple fully understanding each other's trauma, you try to help each other. And I feel like that's what Will Smith did in that moment when he smacked Chris Rock. Of course, there's no excuse for violence, but instead of criticizing and judging and making assumptions, sometimes when you hear what a person has been through, it helps you to be more understanding. It doesn't mean you have to justify what a person has done, but it definitely can stop you from being so critical and learn from that person's mistake. Show some grace and mercy rather than shame them, because we have all done things and said things that we regret based off of the way that we grew up and the trauma that we've all experienced. I'm just saying. Now, before I end this video, I do want to remind you guys to click the link down below in the description. If you want to lose some weight and start eating healthy, this is a really good app to help you out. But alright y'all, I want to know what y'all think. What do you think about the combination and relation between Will Smith's childhood trauma and Jada Pinkett Smith's childhood trauma? Also, let's talk about your own childhood trauma down below. Tell me how that's affected you in your life today, because Lord knows we have all been through something. Let's talk about it. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and the notification bell, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one, alright? Bye.